Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
They didn't think I would do it, but I did it. Really having this shit, really winning. Was times that I thought I'd forever be sitting. Big X shooting at people, stepping on people.
See, and I was just about to ask that question because negativity sells in this world. So, you know, and a lot of people, you know, they want to put some positive, but when you put a positive, it's like you don't get as much ratings or as much streams or whatever. So how do you battle that? And are you ever going to do more positive stuff?
I mean, I'm definitely transitioning right now to just talking about just having a better life. You know, when you having more, you tend to, you can't. I heard Key Glock say one time at an interview at Never Satisfied, he was like, man, I got too much money now. I can't talk about what I used to do. That's not me no more. Yeah, if y'all want to hear about somebody that's struggling, that's still shooting, that's still robbing, then you go listen to this dude. But if you want to hear about a nigga who's getting money, excuse me, but if you want to hear about somebody that's getting money and that's really having it and that's talking about, I just went and bought this chain and this chain the same week and this show, and you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm ready to talk about.
Right.
I'm ready to be talking about how I'm going up, because that's when you find out. You know what I'm saying? You find out, that's when people gonna start hating.
Wow, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. Man, BigXThaPlug, man, take care, goes platinum. OG, you there?
Man, yeah, son, man, it's good for dude coming on in, man. That's as the article says here in Dallas, Texas, August 13th, in a monumental moment for Dallas hip-hop, BigXThaPlug has officially taken his place among the greats, earning a platinum certification from the RIAA for his critically acclaimed album, Take Care, doing without a single feature. This is rare, hasn't been accomplished by Dallas artists since the DOC dropped his legendary No One Can Do It Better in 1985, solidifying both a nod to history and a bold step into the future. That's big, bro.
Man, that's huge, man. Cause I remember when DOC, that album he put out, man, and already because of him, and I remember you saying you had met him that one time. Was that you that told me that?
No,
that wasn't you. It was, okay. Somebody told me they had seen him, and the one thing, I think that was Benito. But at any rate, man, when he first went out there to California and all that stuff happened, I know my boy Clint Payback Sands, which you know him as well. He definitely was running around here with him and Suge when early on, man. So but for him to lead Dallas and then go out there and be able to accomplish what he did with all the people that he was working with out there, namely Dr. Dre, was big. And then for Big X to now come back years later and be able to, get traction like this in Dallas and really just do it, on a whole nother level like he's doing it. And something he said on my interview, he said, when you get bigger, the haters gonna come. And he knew that early on. We had this interview early on, and he knew that them haters was gonna come when you start to get in that cheddar, So, and that's something you got to be prepared for, OG. What is it that make people get upset with you when you start to do your thing? What is that, OG?
Well, I mean that's the nature of people. Like it's everybody likes you to be down there with them regularly. He's standing up there looking like Fat Albert.
Boy, if you don't get your ass off, what he do?
He did everything he said he was going to do. And a lot of us, man, it's not that we hate. We look at it should have been me, but it's not you. It couldn't have been you, because everything has a time and everything has a place. So yeah, I applaud the young brother for looking like a big young donut.
Boy, you ain't worth a shit. When you look at him, man, and I mean, he did this just October the 10th. It was released on 2024 with United Masters, which he talked about that also on the show, being signing a distribution deal with United Masters. In this climate today, just to be able to go platinum the way streaming is and the way that people are doing music right now, that's a breath of fresh air to see that, you know. It ain't the same as it used to be. And times do change. You know what I mean? He went May 6th, 2025, it went gold. So he's steadily going up, you know what I mean? And then August 13th, it went platinum. So this thing climbed real fast. People start paying attention to him. He's been doing a hell of a job. His body of work can't be denied when it comes down to what he's done over this, you know, time period that he's been in the game. When he first came in, like I said, Rosama, which is been on Boss Talk, he signed to 600. And when you look at, he told him to rap, and when you look at how X came in and he ain't slowed down since, you know, we talked about it in Jamaica where Big Yavo was giving him hell, saying that he was the biggest, and you was like, no, hell no, you know, Big X the biggest, you know what I mean?
Big X is the biggest.
The largest, right?
The largest.
So,
Doing the most. Ain't nobody 480 can do nothing like that.
no, he killing the game, man. And so to see him still, you know, thriving and doing his thing is crazy to me. And it's the article. The article I didn't even know this, but UFO said while the DOC set the tone decades ago with the lyrical dominance, BigXThaPlug has now defined the standard of an era driven by streaming, independent hustle, and culture impact. DOC set the bar high back in the late 80s, early 90s. Okay. And so when you look at that, you know, you start to see, and I had spoken to the writer UFO about it, but at the end of the day, he starts to break down the fact of how he said Big X now carries forward, releasing through United Master, Take Care, debuting at number 8. I didn't even know that it debuted at number 8 on the U.S. Billboard 2000, moving 48,000 albums equivalent United Masters in the first week and racking up 62 million on demand streams. More than numbers, the album stands as a dedication to his children and driving force behind every bar and business move. And see, this is the thing, you don't really know these things. When I seen him do the commercial with Bubba Dub, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, shoot, Bubba Dub had came on the show and talked about it. And he had told me that they was doing that commercial for Prize Picks, right? And I thought that was huge, you know, because Prize picked them to, and they was doing that. Prize Pick did that with a lot of young people, man, and a lot of people, period. Because I've seen, I think Funny Marco, Chico Bean, a lot of people linking up with Prize Picks and them, you know, giving everybody an opportunity to be on their stage to do some advertising stuff with them. I thought that was big because, you know, back in the day, Sprite did some stuff like that with Lil Wayne and with Drake and different people. You know, they was doing it with all different artists. So how important, OG, you think it is for these bigger brands to utilize these entertainers for their advertising?
Well, it's a statement, like you said, and it's a testimony to everybody's trying to get into in this commercial, in these advertisements with the younger audience, seeing people that they recognize. Because when I saw him because I mean, I think I was in Arizona when I first heard I'm the biggest, I'm the largest. And I liked the flow of the music, and it was just like bumping. I didn't know, you know, I'm not big on listening to music, you know. It soothes the savage beast, and I don't want to be soothed. I want to just be savage. So I don't ride in my car listening to music. I'll be trying to find out what kind of bank I could rob. But I had a brother in there, and I seen the commercial with Bubba Dub. I seen this commercial before, right?
Okay.
And I didn't know who Fat Albert was.
Boy, if you don't leave my nigga alone, nigga, ain't nobody saying nothing about that little bitty dude that you got up there, the biggest rapper, but the little bitty dude, Kendrick Lamar, that live in Compton, the biggest rapper. Yeah, but the littlest dude, I mean, he got a loud voice, but he ain't but 5'1". You know what I'm saying? So, but we ain't gonna go there. So pull up off of Big X, nigga. Yeah.
Like you say, he among the greats, and man, one of the greatest cartoon black artists we got in our hemisphere is Fat Albert and the Boys.
Yeah.
Nothing been done better.
Wow, man, this dude, like I said, I love listening to the jam, man. Why he coming on with it? Watch this. Man, I'm talking about go always bring the, you know what I mean? He gonna always bring it, man. And that's just all there is to it. He posted it yesterday. He was real proud of the fact, man. You know, you gotta be proud when you come from nothing, man. He told the stories on here of how he started rapping on Boss Talk. You can go on the membership page or look it up on there on Boss Talk and see the entire video. But man, BigXThaPlug, man, he took it there, man, and the boy is just, when you look at what he done and where he come from, ain't no way you could have wrote this, man, out in a book nowhere, man. And shout out to DOC, man, and these boys down here. Like I said, I wanted to just show light on the fact of what my boy did with no features. That's the part I told you yesterday, OG. That's the part that was really dope. No features, that he did this all on his own, this project. What do you think about that?
I mean, that's in today's market, that's big, and I feel like it was cheating. You know, don't try to, get your end off another man's work. You know, and you doing these features, so yeah, to me that's real big, and it's a testimony. And I hope he stays clear of the controversy and keep his keep his brand up, man, and stay up out of. Don't get caught up in like old dude out of Memphis is talking about he's the biggest. I never really heard any reply.
Yeah, he's out of Alabama, I think, not Memphis.
Okay, Alabama.
Big Yavo. Big dude, man, that basically came in the game that was rocking. He got songs with Big X, They started out together. That's what usually happen, man. Like NWA, you start out together and then you have these issues behind different situations that occurred when you was together. And the next thing you know, somebody blows crazy up and the other one's not as far up as they would like to be. And then you start looking at it like, man, like you said earlier, OG, why wasn't that should have been me, or that could have been me, or why I didn't get this opportunity, and that's where the issues come in. But I think the antidote. Let me say this. I think the antidote is to keep working and keep putting pressure up and keeping a good spirit to push through, and you might can do it. What you think?
No, you know what? I went through this in the dope world, right?
Okay.
And I found out when you get people together, like me and you start something, right?
Right.
And I bring in a crew, you have a crew, and then it's the non-productive people that gets in my ear and starts saying, man, you better than E. You don't need to do that. You need to do this, and now it got us looking upside each other's heads. It's just like biblically when you talk about Lot and Abraham, right?
Right.
They started off together, but they crew got who was the best, right?
Right.
And they had to separate. So a lot of times you get into this and, man, you get these dudes and stuff, man, man, he doing too much and he riding off of you. Marv, you need to be here by you. Man, you can take this over. And when it separate, it starts fragmenting. We could have been a lot better than it was if we had stayed united. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. But then again, like on the case of NWA, and I remember asking I'm asking DOC on the interview, like, when Ice Cube left, how impactful was that? And he was like, man, it was huge because he was writing and we was basically, we was all together, man. And we had been together, from the start. And for him to walk away, man, we took a huge, hit when him walking away like that because of because of the business and just because of the building of the relationship that they had built. So a lot of times, man, people and situations and money and all these different things that come, it basically explodes and push people in different directions. And then you got to deal with like you called it a while ago, the fragments of what you got left. You know what I mean? And that's all you can do.
There you go again. Here we go. That we started this together. And we was all, as long as it was Ruthless Records and we was down there in the mud. And then here comes this Yankee, Jerry Heller. He ain't rap record at all. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he corrupts everybody. And just by him being with Easy, and he felt like Easy was the one, and Cube seeing through this, and he's telling the little mites all the time, he's not one of us. He's a cat. He's getting ready to eat us. Right?
That's right. That's right.
And now, because now we started out together, but I don't believe what you're saying. My white daddy controlling me.
White daddy is ridiculous.
And white daddy, man, and then when it ends up, we all broke into white daddy rich.
Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? So you know you exactly right, OG. When it come down to it, people break in, come into the situation, and tear stuff up and walk away like with all the money, like nobody's business. This is just the way it be going down, man.
Man, look, staying on task. Me and my partner, we was making like $80,000 a week, right?
Right.
And we had one of the famous attorneys out here in California. His mother was Frank Duncan. Frank Duncan's mother was the last woman executed on death row out here in California, right?
Okay.
And one of our premier attorney was a fixer. And so, we being uneducated, we was dropping money to the lawyer when we should have been dropping it to the bail bondsman.
Come on now.
So, because the lawyer can't get you out, he got to go to. But when we start making money, and I was off the edge, I was just, a Negro with money soon part. But he started talking to my crime partner that, I was a liability, and I was messing with the operation. It was our operation, had nothing to do with him. So he had me looking upside my partner's head.
Yep.
And it fragmented us because he persisted with the white daddy, and I separated from it and got me on my own white daddy.
Oh, gee, wow, with this white daddy thing. But anyway, going back to 600, man. 600 is the name of the group that BigXThaPlug officially put together. Gave these guys chains and did the same thing as he's seen previously with the Death Rows and with all of the different people that came together with their groups. All the different chains came, and I had Young Hood on the show just this week.
The Kevin Gates show. But to see me get signed, nigga, my phone blowing up, they like, nigga, what the hell, you knew that? I was like, hell nah, ain't no bros gonna do that. And then my life just changed dramatically. Like, I really got off stage, and bro was like, shit, we leave Sunday.
That interview's about to come out, so y'all be on the lookout for that. But 600, and Rosama already been on the show, so I really support and rock with Big X and the team that he built over there. And I say keep on going, man. Congratulations on your platinum, man. Enjoy your success, man. The mansion, all the stuff happening so fast for you, and a lot of people gonna come for you. You just said this on an early interview you did with me, that these haters was gonna come. You said that, Big X. You knew this was gonna happen. Stand in your square and do what you got to do to push through to change lives of the people around you, man. Don't let nobody knock you off your square, big dog. Do your thing. OG Pyru called you Fat Albert. We'll check that when we meet up with him on Rosecrans. We're not trying to hear that. And I'll go over there with you, and it'll be me and you, Big X, against him and Kendrick Lamar. And that's And we're gonna handle it.
When he come to Rosecrans,
yeah.
I got Big X in my pocket because Tam's hamburger stand is right on the corner, and he going straight to get him a burger.
Whatever, man. You ain't gonna calm him down with no burger, man. No, we going in, and I'm gonna be honest with you. He got heart, man. I done seen him strap. I'm glad he got out, that he's grown and where he don't have to deal with that. He was down there at South by Southwest into a fight earlier in his career a couple of years back, 3 years ago, having to fight and deal with these niggas, man. Man, Big X, keep moving, man. Don't look back, man. Keep going. Go farther. Go farther, man. Don't look back. We ain't nothing backwards. The Bible say, no man take hold of plow and look back without running into something, man. Keep on moving forward, man. Reach out and go far as you can. and we still going to Compton on Rosecrans too, so don't trip.
Come on. That's right.
Guys, thank you guys for watching, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys go download bosstalk101.app. That way you can see a lot of different things that we doing over here. It's crazy, man. Hey, listen, man, and if you're still watching, get the app. And if you're still watching, right here, it should be me and OG talked about Omar Gooding up against Cameron. They tripping over a movie that came out on Revolt. OG said Revolt ain't doing nothing no more, but they over there doing, they raising hell. They got a fake movie over there. But go look at what OG said about this, and I had to hear it myself to believe it. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.